Hey there, folks. I'm Zach Murray, and welcome to the Murray Homestead. This evening, I'll be showing you how to make homemade barbecue sauce that I'll be using to baste everything I make pretty much except for steak. All right, this recipe is just a little bit different. Asking someone how they make their own barbecue sauce is a very loaded question. There's a million recipes. This is how we like to do it, with one exception. We are using ketchup. It's a corn syrup free ketchup, but still I usually prefer to use a can of tomato paste, but we're out and I need barbecue sauce. Ketchup works just fine, especially if you get the corn syrup free stuff. I add just a few fresh ingredients. I like to have my garlic fresh. These are dried arbol peppers, but they have really good flavor to them for a little bit of heat. And about a quarter of a medium onion chopped up. And I'm going to go ahead and put those in my saucepan first with just a dash of olive oil and get them sauteed up pretty well. And that's going to soften them up and help really unleash some of the flavor. So I'll go and turn this on, let's say medium high. Throw all these in there. And this is going to get pretty hot pretty quick. So we'll stir that all up and we'll see y'all here in just a minute. All right, so I've just got this as, you know, a nice saute, just a little brown. Excuse me. You can feel the heat. So now we'll go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. So we have 1 cup of ketchup, or you can do 16 ounces of tomato paste, which again is my preference. This is an induction stove and it retains heat like you wouldn't believe. All right, and I'll go ahead and real quick add in our ½ cup of apple cider vinegar. Try to chill this out just a little bit. All right. That burner, because this is a glass top induction stove, it's still wicked hot, and so is the pan. And I don't want to burn that tomato sauce. But what we're doing right now is we're just combining the rest of the ingredients. And once this burner cools off just a little bit, we're going to let it simmer for probably about 15 minutes. So next ingredient is a ½ cup of water. I'll go and splash that in there. And we have a ½ cup of honey. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do the brown sugar first, so I don't get my wife's little brown sugar container all messy. I'll get a ½ cup. Put that in there. Go and do a ½ cup of honey. This will be just under ½ cup, but that's fine. It'll still be plenty sweet, and it'll work well on the smoker. Between the sugar and this honey, it'll work well to get a nice glaze going. Go and scrape the rest of that out. Ellie apparently is helping with the video. I think she's doing a good job. Yeah. All right. We'll get that all mixed together. Once we put it back on the heat, it'll the honey and brown sugar and stuff will dissolve a little bit better. And then I use 2 teaspoons of salt and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. We'll go and throw that in there now. And 2 teaspoons of paprika. Give that a little mix. All right, looking pretty good. And we'll do a tablespoon of that sauce. Y'all go ahead and tell me how y'all pronounce that. I say Worcestershire. That's super wrong. So y'all tell me how y'all pronounce it. But we all know what it is. It adds a bit of a savory flavor, I guess. We'll get this back to the heat. And we'll let this mix. And we want to bring it to a very, very, very slow simmer. And just let it all the flavors, all the salt and sugar and honey and everything all melt and mix together. And then I'll see y'all in a minute before we put it in the blender. Love you. Tell me when. Right after her. All right. Yeah. She wants to be in the video too, apparently. So I've let this simmer for just under 10 minutes. Do that again because you won't be able to hear yourself. Okay, go. All right. So I've let this be at a really, really low simmer for just under 10 minutes. And I'm going to go and put it in the blender. Because the way I do the sauce with the garlic and arbol peppers, that's ARBOL. Wife, do you want to pronounce it correctly? Arbol. What she said. Those peppers and the onion, you need to blend it. So I'll try not to make a mess. And get this in the blender. Get all that goodness out of there. All right. Just like with my salsa or basically anything else that you're trying to blend that's hot, before you put the lid back on, make for dang sure you have the little flapper open or something. Otherwise, it will build a lot of pressure and probably explode in your face. So I'm going to blend the bejesus out of this because I do not want any little chunks or anything like that in there. Kind of have my hand on that little flap there. And I'm just going to pulse until we're super blended. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'll give it one more go, and then we can go put it in the jar because we're done. Oh, all right. I'm excited to taste this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me grab a jar here. Dang, that is yummy, yummy. Look at that. Fill that jar almost perfect. Yes, sir. All right. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, everyone has different salsa, wine, whiskey, so on and so forth, coffee preferences. So, you really got to just figure out what you like. We like this a lot. It's very, very savory. There's just a lot of really complex flavors all mixed in together. It's sweet. It's spicy. It tastes just like really good barbecue sauce, in our opinion. If you like what you saw, give us a subscription, thumbs up, hit the stupid bell. And if you have any suggestions, comments, complaints, I'm just kidding, no complaints. Put them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.